Welcome to our channel. In today's UPSC topper answer copy analysis, we are going to discuss UPSC 2022 topper All India rank number 1 ISHITA Kishore's answer copy. Let's look at her answer and also we will try to analyze what are the unique answer writing technique which she has adapted in the UPSC mains examination, and we will try to incorporate those techniques in our answers also. Okay friends, let's now directly go into the question which has been asked here. So this particular question is pertaining to GS paper 1 component of modern history component in the syllabus. Let's now directly go into the question which has been asked here. Indian nationalism that confronted British imperialism in the 19th century was a product of colonial modernity. Do you agree? So it is a 15 marker question and they have asked to answer it in 250 words. Friends, we know very well in UPSC mains examination in GS paper we have 4 papers, and all these general studies 4 paper they will be asking only 2 types of questions in UPSC mains examination. One is a 10 marker question, another is a 15 marker question. For a 10 marker question in the UPSC examination, they will be giving us a maximum of 2 pages to write, and for a 15 marker question, they will be giving a maximum of 3 pages to write. And even if you look at this particular question, the UPSC topper has been given a 3 pages only to write this particular component of the question. Okay, let's now look into this question again, friends. So this particular question is only having a single component in the question. So let's now directly dwell into the answer which she has written. By looking at the answer which she has written, it's very clear. She has written a lengthy introduction. I would say ideally to be write an introduction in a minimum of 2 to 3 lines, because that would be very crisp and it would easily fetch the marks which we wanted from the introduction. That is a maximum of 1 mark. But if you look at the followed by the introduction, this topper has written body of the answer. Again, if you look at the end of the body of the answer, she has come out with a very crisp conclusion. So this is a better way to write a conclusion in 2 to 3 lines. So it's very clear that this topper is having a proper structure in her answer. That is an introduction, body and then conclusion. So this we have been seeing repeatedly over the years, friends. And even in the last 2 days, we have been discussing UPSC 2023 toppers answers also. Even they had a proper structure in their answer with the introduction, body and conclusion. And this is something which we should keep doing in the UPSC mains examination. Okay. Friends, if you look at the body of the answer, this particular topper has actually written so many subheadings in his answer, that is in her answer. If you look at her, so she has given a way the subheading in a format like a title. So she has used here the number 1 subheading, and again if you look at here there is a number 2 subheading and then followed by the third subheading. So overall this particular topper has used 3 subheadings or 3 titles in her answer to justify her stand in this particular question. And if you look at this particular question, friends, which has been asked here, it is a opinion based question, and opinion based questions are actually highly risky to answer in the UPSC mains examination. Reason being that we should not be biased towards any particular stand. Most of the times if you could take a balanced stand, you can come out with many number of points in UPSC examination. And if you look at this particular topper also here, while addressing the answer, so she has taken multiple dimensions or perspectives in her answer. That is, her unique way of answer writing technique which she has followed here is addressing the question, each and every component of the question in a complete and full manner. So by looking at her this particular question here, so they have used keywords like 19th century, colonial modernity, and even if this particular topper, what she has done is for the first component of the question she has addressed the colonial modernity, which was one keyword asked in the question. Followed by that, she has addressed the second keyword, that is the 19th century component, in her 2 subheadings which has been followed up. So overall what this topper has addressed in her answer is that she has tried to address each and every component in the question in a better manner with proper subheadings. So this is something which this topper has adapted very uniquely in her answers, and we should also try to use this in our answer writing technique, friends. And overall, if you look at the body of the answer, again the body of the answer, as we said already, there is a clear subheading, that is 3 subheadings she has used to address the question completely. Followed by each subheading, she has written the answers in a point-wise format. Since it is a 15 marker question, it is ideally expected to write 15 points in the examination. And even if you look at this particular topper, she has written 6 points in the first component of the subheading, in the second component 4, so 6 plus 4 10, and in the third component another 3 subheading. So overall, if you see here friends, she has written 13 points, that is almost near to 15 points, and that is a better way to write in the UPSC mains examination. Because if you look at the UPSC toppers answer copy, and that too particularly all in their rank 1 toppers answer copy, they always have this strategy. Whenever a 10 marker question is asked in the examination, they will come out with 10 points, and whenever there is a 15 marker question which is asked in the examination, they will be coming out with 15 points in the UPSC mains examination. So I would advise all of you, those who are looking at this video, also incorporate those kind of qualities in your answers and try to come out with more number of points in your answer, because whenever you come out with more points, you have a better chance of fetching more marks in the UPSC examination. So this is something we need to learn from these toppers. Additionally friends, this particular topper is again having the quality of writing most of the points she has come out with examples. This is something which we need to learn from this particular topper also, because all the times we cannot come out with diagrams or data in our answer. In those cases, it is always advisable to come out with multiple varieties of examples in our answer. And even if you look at this particular topper, this is one of the very good quality of writing, answer writing technique. So this also which we should adapt in our answers friends. So overall, if you come to the marking component, there is how much mark this topper would have fetched in this answers means, since she has written 13 points in this particular answer, she would have easily got that maximum of 6.5 marks, since she has given examples also in a better manner to justify her stand, and she has also given a proper subheading cum point approach. So she would have got in the body of the answer itself 6.5 marks. Followed by introduction, she would have got half a mark, since she would have ideally come out with 2 to 3 lines introduction, but she took 2 lines extra, so she would have got half a mark for the introduction and half a mark for the conclusion. So overall, if you see here friends, this topper would have got 7.5 marks for this 15 marker question, and it is the examiner's description to come out with that extra half a mark for this particular example which she has written. I would ideally say she would have got that extra half a mark also in this particular question. So overall, for a 15 marker question in the UPSC mains examination, getting 8 marks is considered to be maximum in the UPSC mains examination. So in the extreme case, they might award us 8.5 to 9 marks. But whenever we write a 15 marker question, it is always advisable to come out with these kinds of 15 points and varieties of examples to justify our stand. So let's now come to the important points which we can understand from today's video. Whenever UPSC toppers are writing their answer, we could easily observe that they are having a proper structure of answer, that is an introduction, body and conclusion. And whenever we write an introduction and conclusion, try to do it in 2 to 3 lines. And while coming to the body of the answer, most of the toppers which we have discussed in the toppers copy analysis in this series, they are clearly having a subheading cum point-wise approach, and the points also they have been following out with unique kind of examples. This is something which we need to learn. But this unique quality what we have discussed in this All India Rank 1 2022 ISHITA Kishore's unique quality in her answer writing technique is addressing the question completely. This is something which we need to learn from her answers, and we should try to incorporate those techniques in our answer writings also. I hope this video was useful to you. We'll again meet in a new video friends. Thank you.